Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. So Jesse and I are here and we're finally doing our Halloween tree challenge. So I want to do an unboxing first before we get into all of the ornaments and decorating this piece with the Dollar Tree items that I showed you. This tree is from National Tree Company. I did get this from Amazon and it's about 7.5 feet. It's a big boy. It's almost as big as our Christmas tree, which is really what we were going for. So let's unbox this and we'll show you what it looks like. So out of the box, this is really awesome. It's like really black. In the picture in Amazon, it looked like it still looked kind of Christmassy. It just had maybe like, it was like a soft matte black, but this is really on the shiny side, which is even better than I thought. So, and it's really nice condition. So, so excited to get this up. Okay, so the tree is up. Look how awesome this is. It's so shiny and black. It's so pretty. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller than my Christmas tree, but it looks about the same. Maybe just not as full, but we're definitely going to spend a little time unfluffing it. We'll string the lights that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then we'll get on to all of these decorations. So if you guys want to join in on this challenge, keep on watching. If you are going to make this for your decorations for next month, you can always, there's time to join in. I'll leave the video below and you can check out the details. But Halloween Tree Challenge 2020, let's go. So while we're fluffing the tree, I do want to remind you, again, I have a video from last year, 3 tips on how to get a designer looking tree, and it's really awesome and it's really easy. So my foolproof way of getting a beautiful designer looking tree is, one, you want to have quantity. So I mean, you need to have a lot of ornaments. So if you're going along with the Halloween tree challenge and you have a smaller tree, that's a lot easier to do than something of this height where you're going to need upwards to 50 to 100 balls. So my first tip always is quantity. The second tip is variety. So you want different varieties. You want a lot of texture, you want a lot of color, you want a lot of sizes. So variety in all of your ornaments, whether that be Christmas or what we're doing today is Halloween. You saw in the in my last haul video, I have a bunch of different things: glitter, non-glitter, big, small, colorful. So variety is always key. And the third tip that I always get a kick out of is dimension. So I've explained this in the video. You really want dimension. So when it comes to dimension, you want to put things in the background, in the midground, and in the foreground. So that way your tree has a lot of dimension. So try not to just stick with the same variety or the same size balls and only put them and hang them on the tips. You want to have this tree completely full from inside out. So those are my 3 original Lipstick Legion Craft designer looking tips for your trees. And then I got a few ones for the Halloween ones. So this is a tree pretty much fluffed out. I still have some on the top to do, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I just want to pause here and let you guys know that if you want to use the Dollar Tree chains as like somewhat of a garland, super cute. These are really actually super awesome because if you see here, there is a break in between, like maybe every other or every 2. So you can really customize these chains if you buy a bunch, and I definitely ran out of some, so I would definitely suggest getting a bunch, but you can link them actually all together and then just remove the ones that you don't want to make them fit your tree. So super cool. I love that little detail. See, another break right here. So really customizable lanes if you're looking for that type of style. I have the links pretty much set. It's time for the ribbon, which is one of my favorite parts. So if you have seen last year's Christmas video, you'll know how I did the ribbon. So basically you're going to take the ribbon. In the last video I did them horizontally, but this year I want to try going from top to bottom vertically. So you're going to take from the top, and be sure that you're measuring your ribbon from top down. So once you have your measurement, you're going to take your ribbon, and you'll see me do this, but you're going to take probably about 5 to 6 inches down and create a bunch and tie it to your branch with a pipe cleaner inside. So you don't want to just do it outside because it's gonna look a mess. You want to take it from the top, do about 5 to 6 inches, go a little bit midway and tie it to the branch. Then come out and do another 6 inches or so and tie it to a branch. And you follow that same pattern all the way to the bottom. So super, super easy. It's definitely better if you use wired ribbon. I have a mixture of this Dollar Tree ribbon and the white tulle that you saw in my haul. So I'm a little nervous about the tulle because it's not wired. So if you have 2 of these Dollar Tree ribbons that are wired, then that's definitely best. But let's see how it goes. So we decided to do just 3 because I have enough ribbon, but you're not really technically going to see the back, so especially with all the ornaments. But I love this Harlequin design, and this is pretty much what it should look like once they're all gathered. And once you do the first one, the pinpoints where they're gathered is very easy to follow. So the whole thing is pretty much to do your gathering and just continually take a step back to make sure that your vertical lines are straight, because you don't want them to start going this way. But I think it's starting to look really, really good. I love keeping with the orange, black, and the white theme. I think the tulle kind of gives it a little bit different texture, so that's what we want. Like if we had 2 of the same like wired ribbon, it would look nice, but this just gives it a little bit of extra texture. Okay, so we're gonna start putting in our ornaments. So the first Halloween tree tip that I have for you guys is to use signs. So I've seen this in Pinterest. I've done this actually with my first Halloween tree that I've done many years ago, but I put like haunted house sign. You can put happy Halloween. This one from the Dollar Tree says trick or treat. So definitely one really cute tip is to find a bald spot, a really big bald spot on your tree, and just put a couple signs, big, small, just, you know, kind of have fun with it, but don't be afraid to use a Dollar Tree sign on your Halloween tree. So these balls were by get out of free jail item. So I did mention in the rules that you were allowed to use one item that wasn't Dollar Tree's item. So I decided to use that as my actual Halloween balls. I did purchase balls from the Dollar Tree, but I needed a bunch of them. So if I had to use one type of item, it was definitely the orange balls. Okay, so my second tip to make your Halloween tree awesome is lighted lighted embellishments and ornaments. So this is really awesome because if you can see, the tree is looking amazing so far, but I do have a lot of orange, black, and white already around my home. So if you're going for a themed Halloween tree like this, one thing that you can kind of do to break up that monotony is add a really cute lighted ornament. So we're gonna put that in and watch how you'll see this tree pretty much come alive. Guys, look how awesome this is looking. So you can see you can see right here, and the other ones, see what I'm talking about, just having a little bit of just additional lighting besides the actual lights that you strung around. It just makes your Halloween tree so much more festive. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that my third tip for an awesome Halloween spooky tree is if you are using any type of skeletons, a hand, some of the birds, like anything that has like not so much a skull, but when you're separated bones like this, what I am doing is, since there's no way to kind of tie the actual ornament to the branch, I'm taking a branch and putting it in between a finger. So like if this was a bird, it would be in between like the wings. So that way the actual branch is holding up your hand and it gives it a really cool effect. So let me show you an example. Here we go. I can bring you back up here. So that branch is pretty much holding that hand in place. And if you're doing any skeleton hands, you definitely want to stick the hands out so that way they look like they're pretty much coming off of the tree. So just like that one and just like that one over there. So I'm going to put a bunch more coming out the tree, but I think it's looking really awesome. What do you think, babe?
I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fit all the ornaments out of it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. More things to put on the tree. I've been just looking forward to this. I wanted to see how it's gonna look. Do you think it should be that high, or it should be like right in the middle?
Well, I want it to be high enough so that when
Oh, I actually love them high like that.
it has nothing to sit on. So
Yeah, so we're gonna figure it out, but the last couple steps is putting these feet. We'll figure it out and we'll be right back. So the last tip I have, here's the legs. They came out really awesome. So the last tip I have is to create a tree topper with something really cool. So I have a witch's hat. So something like that, like maybe a witch's hat or a cauldron or a big pumpkin, and decorate your topper with something that really matches your tree and brings out like the aesthetic of your tree. So I found the orange and black harlequin like style bow, which really matches good with the ribbon. So I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna hot glue it onto the actual topper. So, you know, definitely have a really interesting topper and one that matches the rest of your tree. So here at the West House is tradition that Jesse puts the tree topper on. So right now we are just putting the witch's hat, and I'm already loving the look. So you guys check out the final result. I am totally crushing on this. I think we nailed the challenge. And you guys, we created this tree using only Dollar Tree items. Besides the one bonus item, the get out of free jail item, which I chose the balls. I did use a lot of lights, so if someone wanted to do a tree this size, I would recommend either buying the ornaments and the balls from Dollar Tree and sticking with the lights. Possibly will probably give you a cheaper deal, but everything else is Dollar Tree, and look how amazing. So let me know if you guys are joining in on the challenge. Again, you have until Mischief Night, that's Hallows Eve, to get all of your pics and your videos out to me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and that you're following along with us. Let me know what you think. Until next time, bye.